So I genuinely think that this place is one of the coolest physical spaces that exists in the world, at least if you're a huge nerd like I am. And I was somehow lucky enough to see it in person. It's kind of niche and obscure though, so here's my best shot at explaining it. So rewind to a few weeks ago, I was at Apple's headquarters for the new iPhone launch, which was cool enough as it is, but they decided to take me to some of the back-end engineering warehouses where they actually developed some of the Apple tech. Now they showed me a few really cool things, but I'll jump right to the one I showed you in the intro so I'm not being clickbaity. Okay, so the warehouse we were in was super niche. It was absolutely huge, but that whole warehouse was just dedicated to developing the antennas on the Apple Watch. Now I know antennas sound like a simple thing, but when you think about all the different wireless stuff that happens on the Apple Watch, GPS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cellular, all in a tiny little package, all of them interfering with each other, it's a Herculean thing to engineer. The space I was showing you is this huge box that's in the middle of the warehouse, and this thing is basically a huge GPS simulation chamber. So the box itself is totally isolated from all outside radio waves. Those are these foam spikes that you see everywhere. No Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular, GPS can get into this box, so it's kind of a dead zone inside by default. But where the real magic happens are these weird looking turret things that are all around the space on the ground and in the sky. These are actually antennas, and what they do is they simulate GPS satellites. So in the real world, every GPS satellite has its own ID, so when your phone connects to it, it knows exactly which satellite it is. And your phone is able to tell how far away that satellite is based on how long the signal takes to bounce back and forth, and that's how it tells your location. Here's the insane part. This big array of antennas can be individually programmed to simulate any satellite IDs and any response times. By doing this, they're able to replicate the satellite orientation that your phone sees of literally anywhere in the world. This means at a flick of a switch, they can make it so your phone standing in this room thinks you're at a very specific set of coordinates in Africa, or Paris, or Canada, or whatever, all by changing what radio waves are broadcasting out of those antennas. If you walk into this chamber when you have your Apple Find My on, it's gonna show up to your friends and family that you are wherever those antennas are deciding to put you. I just find this so cool. They use it to test the accuracy of their GPS antennas in the watch to make sure they're working effectively. They actually had this watch demo set up in the middle of the room so we could see exactly how they'd actually run the test in the real world. It was so sick. We got to see a whole bunch of other really cool stuff too, like these radio anechoic chambers where they develop the initial antennas and then see how they respond to being worn near the human body. All this to develop the Apple Watch, specifically the Series 11 that I just picked up and I've been super happy with. No, honestly, there's not a ton of changes from the Series 10 I had before, but the battery life is significantly longer, which has been hugely noticeable. It has way better sleep tracking. And then the big one on the hill side, hypertension monitoring, which can help identify blood pressure issues. When it was announced the hypertension stuff wasn't going to be available in Canada, but it literally just got approved in Canada, so it should be rolling out shortly, which I'm super excited for because it was one of the main reasons I picked this up. I'll stop talking, but I was just so fascinated by that satellite room and the fact that they were able to do that. Maybe it's just me, and maybe I'm like so deep down the nerd rabbit hole and only I think it's cool, but let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.